Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't see you. Yeah, yeah, that's me. I'm Kailani. Yeah, yeah, yes, the top-notch piano player from California. What's your name? It's nice to meet you. I hope you don't mind me if I play a little bit. Oh, that's why you came in. Well, if I heard random piano music in the end of the day, I would want to see who it is too. Do you mind? Okay. So, what are you doing here? I mean, no offense, but it's pretty late, and I wouldn't think that anybody else here in the university would be up or moving around. Hmm? Oh, you snuck in to do some practice. Let me guess. You're going to be one of the performers for the recital tomorrow, aren't you? Oh wow, that's so cool. Would you like to play? I don't mind if I stop. No? Why not? I'm sure you're really good. I mean, if this is a senior recital, that means you've been here for a while and you've practiced a lot. I heard the music program here is extremely prestigious, so the fact that you're playing tomorrow is a big deal. Don't compare yourself to me. That's not fair. I've been playing for so many years, I can't even remember when I wasn't playing. Hmm? Nervous? Well, I guess that's pretty normal. To be nervous before a recital, it's very common. You don't think you can do it? Well, why not? It's not, well, I can't really say that it's not that bad. But have you performed a lot before? Ah, not as many people as there will be tomorrow. Really? They say this entire hall is going to be filled? Wow, that is crazy. I mean, I know this is a big university and this is a really big concert hall, but every single seat? Not well, most of them. Still, that's a lot of people. I remember the first time I came in here, it was amazing. It still is, don't get me wrong, but they had just finished making this place, and I could not believe just how beautiful everything sounded in here. It sounds the same now, but you know, the magic of a new place, the acoustics, everything. I'm sorry, what instrument do you play? I like that one. It's very beautiful. How long have you played? That's a nice time. Me, well, I'm not going to assume you know my story. For me, it started when I was 3. My parents found out that I loved music, playing piano specifically, and had me privately tutored, trained, and taught, I guess, ever since. No, it doesn't make me a professional at all, despite the fact that I do it professionally. I'm still learning quite a bit. Do you want to hear a new piece that I just finished learning? It's going to be part of the performance tomorrow. I don't know, want to hear someone else hear it, other than an instructor or myself or my very biased family. Alright, great. So, how do you feel about tomorrow? Are you excited? Ah, good old stage fright. Everybody's best friend, especially if you're a performer. I'm sorry. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll do great. You can't compare me to you, or compare yourself to me. That's not fair. Just because I'm closing for you and everybody else performing doesn't mean I'm better. Well, yes, I've played for longer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, well, you can't play as much as I have. You're a bit younger, so you still have plenty of time to catch up, if not surpass me. Well, yes, playing for so many people can be a bit nerve-wracking, but I know you can do it. No matter what piece you play, I know you'll be great. Everybody who listens to it is going to love it, I promise. Even the professors. I mean, they chose you for this program. Like I said, you most likely, well, more than likely, deserved a spot for this performance. Well, yes. This piece is a little more, well, a lot more simple, less complicated, I guess, than what I usually play in my recordings and albums and all of that. The reason why I decided to play this song for everybody, amongst others, of course, is because when I was here as a late freshman or early sophomore, I had, well, a huge celebrity crush, I guess you could say, on another alumni, and she played this song. It really was just so pretty to me that I decided, why not play it for when I return? Maybe it'll inspire other people like it did me. Because I listened to it, it really pushed me to want to play just like that person. Am I good now? Like her? I highly doubt that. She had played for far longer than I had, and her parents, if I remember correctly, put her in classes as soon as they realized that she had a natural talent, either right at 3 or 4. She had rigorous practices constantly, but it really paid off. My learning started when I was 5 or 6, so I'm still quite a bit behind, but that doesn't stop me from playing. Do I get nervous? Of course I do. I get nervous all the time. You see me tomorrow, I will be sweating at least a little bit. But I've learned to get over at least a majority of my stage fright. It was way worse when I was younger because I didn't know exactly how to maintain my sense of calm and focus. And don't get me wrong, I may play very well now, but I still make mistakes from time to time. And I used to make a lot more when I was younger. Hey, do you mind if I continue to practice while we're talking? I promise I'll be listening. I just want to get these perfect. And sometimes multitasking helps me practice like that. Thank you. Yeah, it'll be like you're getting a sneak peek at the performance tomorrow. Huh? How am I not nervous? Well, don't let my smiles fool you. I'm definitely a bit nervous. I mean, this is where I came to study for so many years. It may have been a while ago, but some of the professors that taught me and drilled me here are still teaching, and they'll most likely be watching me perform and have some sort of criticism to say afterwards. I hope not, but considering I was one of their students at one point, they will always have some sort of thing to say. How do I stay in? Oh, how do I practice not being too nervous? You mean, what do I do for my stage fright? Oh, well, for one, at the beginning of the day, I make sure to eat something really tasty and something that I consider morning comfort food. That way, I feel more confident and energized and all around great. That can vary from a bowl of fruit and cereal to French toast to pancakes to sometimes udon or ramen. I have a very strange way of eating food, or at least types of food that I like to eat during the day. Anyway, other than that, before my performance, while either other people are playing before me, or if it's just me playing, an hour or so before my performance, I look at all of my sheet music. I've recorded my practice beforehand, so I listen to that on my phone and sort of play on a pretend piano on my lap as I read the sheet music. I rehearse the parts that are easy as well as the parts that are a little more difficult that I struggle with, which, by the way, still happens. It may have improved a lot since I started, but I still struggle from time to time. Then when it comes time to actually perform, I shake out my hands before I go on stage to loosen up my wrists. Because, well, you've seen me perform before, I think. Yeah, you said that. I play some really intense pieces at times. I shake out my wrists. I take a breath before I start my piece. And I begin to play. I keep myself sitting up straight, but I move with the music. And as silly or as novice as it sounds, I remember to breathe. Breathing is really extremely important. It helps to keep up with the time. It helps you feel the music more, which I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And in doing so, it helps with the focus. It sort of tends to pull me into this world where the vision of knowing that people are watching me disappears, and then it's just me and the music. It really feels nice, and I tend to make less mistakes, or sometimes none at all, when I'm in that sort of headspace, as opposed to when I'm conscious and very aware that I'm performing. It's almost as if I'm back home, just doing a basic practice, but with the idea that I can't make any mistakes. Sometimes it works, sometimes I struggle a little bit, but I've learned to just keep going even if I make a tiny mistake. As scary as it is, it happens from time to time. Oh yes, making small mistakes is always scary, especially if you're at a point where if you make a mistake, you can't always recover from it, or at the very most, recover smoothly from it. But still, despite all of that, despite how strange it may sound, you're still a wonderful, wonderful performer. Don't let a mistake or two stop you from believing that. I mean, I'm sure you've practiced a lot, especially for this performance, or any performance for that matter. You've been playing for so long. I can tell that you have a passion for this music, and anybody who's willing to perform in front of a lot of people, they deserve a lot of respect. Not everybody can do this, you know. If I were to give any advice to you, it would be remember to eat something very good for you in the morning, to make sure you practice on both your instruments as well as with an invisible version of it, just like I said with my piano, before you perform, whether that be an hour before the stage performance or backstage before you even play. And then when it comes time to actually perform, to remember, most importantly, to breathe. Again, as funny as that sounds, it really helps calm your nerves, improve the focus. I think it has something to do with making sure that the flow of your blood circulation remains the same, as well as the oxygen to your head. I don't know, I'm not the smartest all the time, but I do know that it helps. And soon enough, while you play, you'll go into that focused zone in your head. Then all of the nerves will go away, or at least most of them. I know it's still scary to think about, but I know you can do it. Well, you're very welcome. Like I said, you're very talented, I'm sure, so you'll do great. Just remember to focus and enjoy yourself in the music. Am I going to the after party? I totally forgot there's going to be one. It's not too far off after the performance, right? Yeah. I think I'll have time to go for a little while. I forgot exactly when the performance is supposed to be over. What, like 8 or 9 p.m.? Well, I'd have to be back to my hotel before midnight, so I can be there for an hour or two. You'd like to introduce me to all of your friends? I'd love to meet them. I'm sure they're all very supportive of you, your music, and your passion for your playing. Of course. Yes, of course. I would love to take pictures with all of you. Both you, your friends, and everybody else who I meet. I'm not going to be a snobby celebrity. That's ridiculous. I don't even consider myself to be a celebrity. I just love to play music, just like everybody else who's going to be in the program. Yeah, it will be fun. And you're welcome, again. If it's okay, I would love to hear what you're going to play. If you don't mind. Yes. Awesome. Alright. I'm ready.